Hey YouTube, it's Aiden here. Hopefully this video will work. So I'm making a video because I got a question through Facebook, pretty much asking me if this person is trans enough. I'm gonna go really quick to that video and that message and kind of give you guys a heads up as to what exactly this kid was saying. Here we go. So just to give the short version of this message, they pretty much want to know if they're trans enough because they're too afraid to come out during high school and they want to wait until they move away and go to college or something like that. Quote, am I not trans enough because when I turn 18, I'm moving away from my town so I don't have to face the ugly looks and discrimination from those that know me as a girl previously. They also mention, are they too afraid because they don't have any trans friends? They don't want to come out of school. They don't know anything about aftercare of top surgery and all that stuff. They have no trans friends. All these different reasons as to why they feel like maybe they're not trans enough. So when I first got this email, I feel bad for the kid, honestly. To start, I feel bad. And then there's another side to me that's almost like entertained in like a funny way, but not like trying to be, mean, but just, some people feel like they have to follow this like code of conduct of what straight people are supposed to be like and what gay people are supposed to be like and what trans people are supposed to be like and all the in-betweens, okay? And you don't have to be one or the other or anything. Like, if we were going through a list of things that make you trans or not trans, then I would so not be trans. You know what I mean? There's just so many different things. As far as the care of top surgery, nobody knows what the care for top surgery is until you look around and you do some investigating and you figure it out. And honestly, even me, like, I thought I knew, and then I get the paperwork from Dr. Garamonio. I didn't know shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I probably still won't know until the post-op appointment, or, you know what I mean, till right after surgery, and he tells me more things. So just because you don't know about a subject doesn't mean that you don't, like, just because you don't know about top surgery doesn't mean you're not trans. He said he's been researching for, they said they've been researching for like 3 years, you know what I mean? And that sounds like a long time. That's longer than I researched, that's for sure. But, just because you don't, in my head, if you don't have trans friends, but you still think you're trans, then you might even be, not more trans, but I don't see why you wouldn't be trans, because now, instead of having trans friends and having their influence on you, you have no friends of that sort, and you're still feeling transgender. You know what I mean? I honestly feel bad for this kid. If you are the one that wrote the email and you're watching this, like, come down a little bit, like, don't feel so obligated to be something, like, to other people's standards. There's a lot of stuff going around, are you trans enough or whatever. Like, I work out. Just because I work out doesn't mean I'm more trans than the dude who doesn't lift a finger. You know what I mean? Like, that's just personalities. That's just, what do you want to do in life? Hobbies. You know what I mean? Like, some people like to be fit or extra muscular, and some people don't like that look. You know what I mean? Like, and, they're just as good. That's really a hobby. That's something that you want to change in yourself, like, for instance, I want to change my body to look more, not bodybuilder-ish, but I'll just say bodybuilder-ish, okay? More muscular. And that's fine, that's cool. And now somebody who plays guitar, they practice guitar and practice and practice and practice, and they work on it and work on it. As much effort as I put into bodybuilding, they put into playing their guitar. You know what I mean? And they're going to get better, and they're going to get better, okay? It's just, what do you want to fucking do? You know what I mean? Don't hold yourself, like, you don't know any trans people? Okay, I didn't know any trans people at all until people heard that I was trans, and then they were like, oh, I have a friend who's trans, and then I had one trans friend. You know what I mean? And then I went, and as time progressed and everything, I made more friends. But YouTube and Facebook, they were my main entities to the community, and they still really are. So I just, I genuinely feel bad for this kid. Like, nobody should feel like you're not trans enough, or you're not gay enough, or you know what I mean. It's just you are what you are. And all those stereotypes are just exactly that. They're stereotypes, and you can either think that that's who you have to be, or you can go against a stereotype and be who you are, which is what I suggest. So I feel bad for these kids. They shouldn't. You guys shouldn't feel like you're less than anybody else. You don't want to come out in high school. Okay, well, shit. I was known as a lesbian in high school, and that was hard enough. I can imagine. I never came out in high school. That's got to be rough. Okay, it's just don't feel like because you're not up to somebody else's expectations that you're not trans. Okay, just because you're a transgendered man, okay, but you like all this girly music, or you know what I mean, you like to wear pinks and pastels, and hell, you're transgendered man but you're gay, okay, that doesn't mean you're not trans. Okay, like if you're a gay trans man, you like other men. Okay, well, why didn't you just stay a female? Because you're not a female, you're a male who likes other males. You know what I mean? Like, there's no standards of operation here. You're not going to go to a therapist and tell them who you are, and they're going to say that this person isn't trans enough, so I'm not going to give them the prescription to transgender to male or transgender to female, or you know what I mean? There's just no qualifications. So this email was kind of all over the place, and I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to get it down to something, and I think what it comes down to is just be yourself. As silly and corny and overplayed that sounds, just be yourself. That's it. That's all you need to do. I'm sure you're pretty cool. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're pretty cool. And if this person doesn't think you're cool, there's somebody else out there who thinks you're cool. Okay? So don't worry about being scared. Everybody's scared. Okay? Coming out as transgender is not an easy thing to do. It's a scary thing to do. So to feel that is normal. Sorry, guys. I have something. Okay. To feel scared is normal. Completely normal. Don't worry about it. I'm still scared at certain parts of my transition and certain things that situations I get myself into. So yeah, I don't know. This video might be stupid. It might have not answered the question, but I think what it comes down to is stop asking yourself if you're enough of anything. Am I man enough? Am I trans enough? Am I a good sports player enough? Do I sing good enough? Do I get good grades enough? You know what I mean? Just do it. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do, and then you'll be good enough. Okay? If you really want to do something, you'll be good enough at it. Okay, I'm stopping now. If anybody has any advice for this kid too, please, if you have other videos, I know other guys have made videos about being trans enough, put your video below mine, put it as a response, put a link to your video, or just write what you said or whatever. So I know this is a very popular subject, and I think a lot of us feel it at some point. I definitely felt not trans enough when I first started transition. For sure, did not feel trans enough. Compared myself to every other trans guy out there with YouTube videos, with Facebook, with anything out there. Sorry guys. I compared myself to everybody, and I was thinking, I'm not manly enough for this, maybe I shouldn't do this, or maybe I shouldn't talk to this girl, or maybe I shouldn't buy this or shirt or whatever, because I didn't feel man enough. Okay, you are. Okay, you're as manly as you want to be, or as least manly as you want to be. Just keep on doing what you do. All right.